I was thinking about melting your French Gruyere on top of Cheez-Its.
Yes.
That's wonderfully integral.
I tasted those yesterday. They're quite disgusting. My name is Eric Giesbrecht. I am a chef. I come from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. What brought me here is a bit of a 5-year odyssey through integral theory, applying that theory to foods, and some friendships that I was able to cultivate online. Oh my God, there's a bear. Can you imagine that, just walking by your front door? Have a little bear for dinner. Hello! This is kind of my holiday before I start a sous chef position at a casino in Calgary. I was a cheesemonger for 6 months. I left kind of the restaurant industry. It's a bit of a breather to take back a relatively normal lifestyle.
What's some of your faves?
I actually brought them. The Comté, which Marco was eating, which is the French-style Gruyere. This one is called Montenegro. It's a goat cheese from Spain. This Petit Basque, which is made from sheep's milk, and the Vigneron, which is not quite a Gruyere, kind of spicy, nutty. And there's just some tools I actually brought up from home. This is a Big Bertha 12-inch chef knife that has served me very well.
Doesn't matter where you're going. You travel with?
If I can, yeah. I mean, there's obviously restrictions. I always get nervous about going through customs, even though I pack it in a bag.
Yeah, how was that? Did they let
It was
us
fine, yeah. And I also snuck the cheese through too. We are driving to, I believe, the Whole Foods market. What we're gonna do tonight, I think, is gonna go with a soup, keep it light, bring a little fire to the belly. It's come to be that my greatest challenge almost in my life is going to be to control my appetite, or to kind of harness that hunger and direct it away from my mouth. In a way, it's kind of almost a life's work. I know that it's going to be difficult, but what better way to work through it than to cook food for other people? Choo-choo! For the soup, we're going to work on kind of do a mix between a traditional French-style bouillabaisse, which is essentially flavors like fennel, garlic. Basically, a bouillabaisse is a celebration of the sea. Choosing a fillet of fish, and hopefully, I was thinking make something like a snapper or something of the sort, and kind of swing some Asian flavors in. A little bit of lemongrass, maybe if we can find a piece of galangal, which is like ginger but not quite as rippity. I wanted to do a really light salad, a chocolate course, and a cheese course as well, which are pretty much standards in my book.
How long have you been cooking?
About 5 years. I went to a technological institute in Calgary called SAFE, which is I think it's one of the best culinary schools in the country because it's all hands-on. You got to make mistakes. You can't watch other people do them. Cooking is one of those things where you can't really live vicariously through somebody else, unless of course you just want to watch TV and watch someone else cook. I don't think I've ever seen this before, so this is a nice experience for me.
What is it?
This is dried strawberry. Does it go well with cheese? Do you want one? Here.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've been doing this since I was a kid.
That's the best part. I sold cheese for 6 months, and the owner of the shop was the president of the Calgary Convivium of Slow Food International, which is basically an organization established to promote more healthful ideas towards food, cultivating an approach which supports local producers, organics, artisans, in essence to battle the fast food industry, I suppose. And it started in Italy, I think about 15 years ago. This is a slow food meal, meaning it's not just so much about eating, it's about joining together and about the community, about people enjoying the pleasures of one of our most basic functions.
Eric, could you talk a little bit about the significance of alcohol to the chef in the process? Cheers. Yeah, there we go.
I liken the discussion of integral cuisine and what does it mean to when originally discussions were had about what is integral art. It's not necessarily something that's got a piece of food from every country or that is somehow describing the qualities of quadrants within the dish or, you know, quadrants, levels, line states all together. It's, I guess essentially it's, you know, strictly speaking, integral cuisine could be food prepared, you know, from an integrally formed consciousness, I suppose. Although I'm not really fully satisfied with that answer. I think it's not a cop-out, but it's kind of like, well, what does that mean again? Like, what does that mean?
Do you get into a state when you cook?
Yes, except for when there's a camera here. You like that sound?
Yeah, I do. What came out of the oven?
These are sunchokes. These are, I think they're considered a tuber, but essentially this is the root edible portion of a sunflower. And they taste basically like the sun. This is just like fresh, sweet, lemony. It's a lot lighter than a potato, but it's got kind of that same starch content. I kind of roast them a little harder, but these crispy bits are money. I was thinking I could just slap this cheese plate together. I mean, this is also, you can finish with cheese, start with cheese, good stuff that's stuck from the fish.
Yeah.
And from cooking all the vegetables. As long as that's not burnt, that's your money shot. That's the stuff that gets lifted off the pan. It's the caramelized sugars from all the vegetables and the meat, and that's basically where you get great sauces from.
What are the 4 quadrants? Intention, culture, behavior, social.
So when I figure, like, I mean, when I say inspire, I'm thinking of that. Something that's coming through you in your own personal experience, and the intention not only that comes onto the food through the cooking process, but comes from the individual as they approach the plate of food themselves.
The reception.
Yeah. So intention works both ways. And then the right quadrants would have to do with more of the sustenance, sustaining the body and sustaining the land, making, you know, an integral approach definitely includes sustainable methods of agriculture, or bringing the food to the market, or, you know, there's the whole techno-economic domain is largely overlooked, I think. And of course, the lower left being the cultural, the connection, people join together. I'm just taking a pint of heavy cream, throwing a couple of sticks of cinnamon in. The goal of this is to make what's called a ganache. Chocolate thinned out with cream so that it's more of a dense pudding. We're just gonna fucking go for it. I'm pretty happy with this chocolate though. I guess we could put it in the snow.
That's a good idea.
We're going to chill our ganache, or pâte au crème, in the snow. How much chocolate do you guys want?
Shitload?
Like, I've got...
Amounts of chocolate.
Slightly larger, it just sounds like liquid love. Oh my god, you could not get a better situation than this. Not even in a kitchen. Little nestled love.
With cookies? We got like our own bowl of cookies?
Hell yeah!
Eric, you fucking rock.
I always love that passage that we talked about at the beginning of Brief History about what is the certain chemical that's released in the brain when people eat together, and how it would evolve into the group eating. That was something that benefited or enhanced their survival over mankind. If I was to choose 3 things that described integral cuisine, it would be food created to inspire, to sustain, and to connect. And possibly through that, a transcendental quality could be to heal. Whether it's through the community that's gathering or through the actual nutritional qualities of the food itself, there could be some healing going on. Nothing like Mom's chicken soup, that whole idea. You know, your mother doesn't necessarily have to be a 4-star chef or something, but you can always tell that there's certainly something inside the meal that comes from love.